Hello, this is Leon Miller discussing ITSE standards for EDCI 572 on September 11th, 2019. My impressions of the plan ITSE. To be honest, I think the plan is great for the future of education. At times, I feel like there is a lot to juggle when being a teacher, and these standards will help narrow down what is expected. I think it is a great idea, but needs more support. Identify two things in the plan that you support. Include the reasons for your support. I support global collaborator standards for ITSE. I respect their choice to have a high priority for collaboration and communication. This standard allows for students to work together while building relationships that will last a lifetime. While the students work with others, they will build constructive relationships with peers and find mentors that could help guide them in their future educational pursuits. Second, students will be able to see subject content being used in the world versus just another textbook. I cannot emphasize how important this is. Often students feel like their education does not have tangible connections to their life. The second thing I like about the standards is that they teach the students how to be responsible stewards for their own education. This is done through several of the ITSE standards. To list a few, there are empowered learner, digital citizen, and computational thinker. These standards are important because without the proper training or students can get bogged down in all the data they can find on the internet. It will also help the students learn to gather proper information from legitimate websites. The students then learn to cross-reference that with other software and other credible resources. One of the biggest assets is that it teaches students to be self-learners. As an adult in a manager position, I see a lot of individuals that need these skills. Identify two things in the plan that give you concern. Include reasons for your concern. The first reason I find concern about these standards is that I have taught for 4 years and have been working on my educational degree for the last 8 years, and this is the first I have heard of the ITSE standards. While completing the reading, I have noticed that they have been around since the 1998 and around 2000. So it really surprises me that I have not learned of them until now. It brings a lot of questions up, like why have I not heard of them? Why have none of the schools I worked at promoted or required them? Why have none of my professors mentioned them before now? The second thing that I worry about is implementation of the standards. For these to be implemented into the school, a district, you would have to have complete buy-in from all levels of the district in the community alike. I have worked for 4 different school districts. All have had administration with varying opinions on what is important. Having these split opinions would make it difficult to successfully implement the ITSE standards into a district. My last thought for this is the money. For a school to have the technology for this to happen would cost a lot, and it seems like funding for education is being cut across the nation. Is there anything that you believe the plan is missing or that you would like to see in the plan? Include my reasons. I want to know how these standards supplement the Next Generation Science Standards, NGSS, in the Common Core. While reading Redefining Learning in a Technology-Driven World on page 11, I came across, as such, they do not supersede other educational initiatives. They work alongside them. The ITSE standards for students support and deepen the learning derived from content area standards, including the Common Core State Standards, Next Generation Science Standards, and others. So it says that they need to be used alongside each other. My dilemma is, what does that look like and how to make it happen? I know the few years I taught, I was extremely busy um, with just getting by with the basics. Overall, I think the standards are a great idea. I just think that they need to be more streamlined to work with other standards and have specific examples to implement them. If I miss something, please post and let me know.